With this year's TennoCon, much of the player base was able to unlock the AX-52 rifle in Warframe. If you do not have it already, TennoCon weapons usually get added to the game 3 months later as a Barricadier purchase. Thereafter, it'll probably be tradable between players. Aside from looking like a 20th century rifle, what is this weapon good for? I'm the Engineer, let's solve a practical problem. For many people, this TennoCon was also the first time they tuned into my live streams on Twitch. You can join too at twitch.tv/TheKengineer for Warframe and variety games, plus regular drops and giveaways. The link for that is in the video description. The AX-52 rifle, at first glance, seems to be about as mundane as a weapon could get in Warframe. It fires hit-scan bullets on an automatic trigger, runs off simple 40-bullet magazines, basic stuff really. However, it has a number of quirks that help to define it. Firstly, its basic stats make it a pure puncture weapon with decent fire rate and critical stats. In fact, we can compare it to the Fulmin Prime, a relatively recent and well-received rifle when used in automatic mode. The Fulmin Prime deals 33 damage per shot at base, has a 2.4 times critical multiplier with 34% critical chance and a 9.33 fire rate. The AX-52 on the other hand deals 40 damage per shot at base, has a 2.4 times critical multiplier with 26% critical chance and a 10.0 fire rate. There's a little spread here, but you get the idea as to how closely related these two weapons first seem. Now, while the Fulmin Prime can switch to a shotgun mode on demand, the AX-52 has one firing mode with two independent quirks. If you hip fire with the AX-52, it gains a 60% ammo efficiency. In effect, this makes it cost only 0.4 ammo per shot while hip firing, turning it from a 40 round magazine to a 100 round magazine. This combined with its ammo pickup being 80 per box, it can have exceptionally efficient ammo consumption in this mode. The ammo efficiency bonus is multiplicative with energized munitions, allowing you to reach 90% if you stack the two together, effectively then making it a 400 round magazine. This hip firing is good for mowing down groups of enemies, allowing you to remain more mobile and have a wider field of view for readily switching between targets. As the AX-52 is a single target weapon with no innate punch through, being able to change target rapidly without reloading helps it keep momentum going. The other perk, however, is far more curious. While aiming and scoring headshots, the AX-52 has a 400% modded increase to critical chance, applied additively to other mods. For example, if you fire it unmodded, aim headshots jump up from a 26% critical chance to 130%. In other words, all scoped headshots are raised by just over one critical tier, even if they wouldn't have been a crit before. Aiming like this does mean you lose your ammo efficiency bonus from hip firing and only works on headshots, which requires you to be more precise. The extra time aiming and reloading means that for hordes of enemies in normal circumstances, you may wish to stay hip firing. Comparing with just critical delay and vital sense, you get more damage per magazine with hip fired headshots than you do with aimed headshots. Since hotfix 3608, this is the extent of the AX-52 rifle on its own. It's running like a slightly stronger Fulmin Prime that's always set to automatic mode. Either you hip fire for machine gun tier magazine capacity, or you scope in to get empowered headshots. When comparing weapons, we can split them into 3 tiers. High tier would be powerful weapons that can carry missions on their own, where external buffs provide mostly funny numbers because you already delete everything. Mid-tier would be weapons capable of being the main power behind a mission, but they need additional boosts to handle higher levels or to maintain high rates of kills. A mid-tier weapon would likely see you running to activate life support towers in a Steel Path survival mission if you're not using abilities to enhance your kill speed. Low tier would be weapons that can only run high level missions when empowered by a tight combo of abilities and boosts. Even with enhancements, the actual weapon itself will be providing very little compared to the external features making it all happen. Split like this, the AX-52 is a mid-tier weapon. If you just build it for itself, it'll get along with some effort, and general weapon buffs can help it stay competitive and enjoyable in your arsenal. You can use it in missions with a focus on killing high value targets at your leisure, like with Disruption, and enjoy the significant benefits to headshots. Used in more intensive missions, however, like a Steel Path survival, you'll find its single target focus and frequent reloading while scoped is a real drawback. In missions where you choose to focus on a headshot approach, you may have encountered early guides suggesting to use Zarta's Whisper. Due to an unintended interaction on release, the AX-52 would cause the secondary hits from Zarta's Whisper to crit as well. This caused an immediate double damage from landing a critical headshot and potentially a lot more into Gav's hands exclusively. This bug has been patched. You can and should, however, still consider using Xata's Whisper this way on a build looking like this. The bug fix removes Dagaf's unique position and otherwise the basic double damage for all other Warframes. However, Xata's Whisper remains a solid choice for a headshot focused weapon. While Roar will give you a 30% damage boost or 50% on Rhino, Xata's Whisper gives you a 26% damage boost that reapplies body part multipliers. For most headshots, that's a 3 times multiplier, making it effectively a 78% damage boost scaled by strength. What's more, a void proc on headshots will make your follow-up shots also be headshots, making it easier to use the AX so long as your initial aim is good. If it isn't, the void proc will actually nerf you. It's a trade-off, and I'd say a worthwhile one. Combined with a primer such as a Hellstrom Companion and a control option like Magus Lockdown, you can make short work of Demolishers in Steel Path. Now, should you wish to use the AX for hipfire gameplay, I'd adjust the build to a punch-through and status supported approach like this. I've picked Blast as it provides AoE support to an otherwise single target weapon, enhancing it with both faction and status damage mods. If you're priming enemies, slot in Galvanized Aptitude instead of the Elementist or Bane, and likewise you can use Serration instead of the Bane if you don't want to specialise per faction. It's weaker, but simpler. In testing the AX against a number of possible interactions, little else of special note came up, so I'll just slap those summary details on screen. I hope you found this guide helpful to getting the most out of the AX52 and just how it does what it does. Make sure to join me over on Twitch for more Warframe Live, or subscribe on Patreon to get extra behind the scenes. That's all from me for now, so as always, cast Xata, shoot Daka, and fight well, Tenno.